nice, and we go back and negotiate there and spread further. We didn't have the personnel to be able to do that. So we weren't able to spread in the other areas because people everywhere are asking us to come. People from Sabi Guinea out here, they put students here. We had a pigeon school here to start off. We started with a pigeon school, teaching pigeon, and then it was a provincial area authority at the time that requested us to put in a high school. And they requested that through Bishop Arkfeld. And Bishop Arkfeld was, he was keen on it. And one of the reasons why they requested it from Bishop Arkfeld was that there was a Catholic high school in Medang was shut down, made into an institute, and the government wanted to put education here. There was no schools in the Roman Valley at the time. We were the first, basically. And that was at the request of the area authority, and Bishop agreeing. They offered us, at the time, land, the station at Missionary. They said, you take over the government station at Missionary and build a school there for us. And we turned that down because it was not possible. And then they offered us at the Walliam, they just opened Walliam at the time. And but the people from Guinea wouldn't give land to be able to do it. But then I proposed to the bishop, I said, if you want this, then it'll have to be right here, brother. And we took a flight around, we flew around so we could see the area. And then I said to him, if you want to go ahead with this, then let's have a gathering out there with all the people. I asked them to agree because this is a change in plan from what we discussed with them. And so we had a meeting in the other room down the end there. We were all there, and all the local people, they all agreed that they're prepared to wait for the other area of development in the technical agriculture training and have a school. Everybody agreed and said, go ahead, we'll go ahead, we want the school. And that's how it came about. And then, so Bishop agreed. And then to compromise, the area authority, the education authorities in Medang and the Archdiocese agreed that this would be registered as an agri-technical high school. And that's how it came about. And we had emphasis on the areas of agriculture, practical skills, home economics, expressive arts too was very much done here in the early days. And then that, I believe, we're progressing at a reasonably good rate in that direction, and we were fairly successful.
Yes.
And I believe our students responded very, very well. Even our last move, Jimmy Ugro. Yeah. Jimmy Ugro was from further down the Ramu on the other side, a poor area, a remote poor area. And he came here and he didn't have his school fee money. He didn't have enough money to pay school fees, which was had in later days then. And so, and we had a policy here that we would never turn a student away. We'd always find a way of keeping them here. And we did that. And one of the ways that we did it was we had fairly good discipline. The students, I think they appreciated that. But if they broke the rules or did anything wrong, then we had Saturday was the day we had for activities and work for students to break the rules. And that they had their own activities they had to do, like cleaning up around the dormitories and the pollution block. But they had these activities, and one of the ones was that we kept the road maintained from Yugambore down. On Saturday work with students, and we'd take the truck out with these discipline, and they enjoyed it. They liked going out there, having a day out, swimming in the rivers, and wherever they were working, and having a feed out in the bush. But any other students that would volunteer to work with us on those occasions, we made a valuation of it in their school fees. We helped them out with their school fees. So any school student that wanted help for school fees, you come and join the groups and we'll work on the roads and then we'll cover your school fees. That's how we kept them in. He was one of them. And he came and told us, he said, if it hadn't been for you and looking after us and doing that, I would never be in the position I am in today. So it had a very good, and basically we started here with the policies set out by Michael Samari. We were very attached to Michael Samari and his policies. We found them very good. And the other Prime Minister that was really helpful to us in many ways was Julius Chan.
Sir Julius Chan.
Julius Chan was basically the reason why we got a road right in here, and we got Julius Chan sponsored that for us. Get that. So many things. So we had a lot of good help in those days that helped us, and that was it. And with union people all working together and for one purpose, brought up good results. And that's what we need to continue on with.
Yes.
We need that. And good cooperation with the government. We've had it in the past, and we've had very good relationships with the government, and it works out very well for us. Everybody working together on it. So with Michael Samari, he had this self-help. You do something for yourselves. You don't rely on government in any way. Do something for yourselves.
Yeah.
And so if you can remember going back into the 80s and that, the very large gardens we had. And all the students had their own self-help garden plots.
Yes.
They had to feed themselves on Wednesday nights, they had to feed themselves on the weekend time.
Yes.
But when they came back in on the Sundays, we fed them. Some that could go home, we let them go home. And others, like from Usno and William, all that area,
Yes.
and they'd come back. So, and we didn't have any problems with the different denominations. So we had a large number of Lutherans here.
Yes.
And they worked in very, very well with us. In fact, the Lutherans, some of them led the way when it came to come to church activities and all that and prayer groups. The Lutherans were in there on that. So, and on one occasion, years later, we had 2 Lutheran bishops come in from the area, Renara, and they came from Germany. They used to be missionaries here, and they came expressly to thank us for looking after Lutheran students. They came here with a special job to thank us. We're very grateful, they said, that you take care of our students. And he said, we don't mind if they become Catholic. We want them to come up as practicing Christians. And this is where they can get it. And we prefer they be in a Catholic school and in a state school, where they don't get that. So there's some of the achievements that we work with.